Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to another edition of Hockey Night on Hamilton. Here from the Preston Memorial Auditorium as your Cambridge Rivulettes take on the visiting Central York Panthers. Cambridge coming off a rough loss just a week ago here at home. They're losing 5-3 in that one in their first start in 2026. Looking to get their first win in this calendar season tonight against a team that, as you remember, they beat just a few months ago 4-3 in a thrilling overtime victory, and folks, we'd like to relive that right now. Neal unable to step in the way. Down cross and poked away from Martonis. Neal picks it up at the 2-on-1 the other way. Neal has Burt. Finds her. Burt. Oh, on a breakaway. Rachel Burt. It finds the back of the net. Rachel Burt wins it in overtime for the Rivulettes. 4-3 Cambridge Rivulettes as Rachel Burt finds the back of the net on a breakaway. Neal with the touch. And just like that, the Rivulettes take home a massive 2 points here in Central York. My goodness. The Rivulettes head into tonight 18-10-1 on the season. And they look to start off a strong second half of the season. Out of the lineup tonight for the Rivulettes, number 28 serving her second game of suspension, Sadie D'Angela. And Lacey Rivers, of course, out with that upper body injury. She's still week to week. Will be interesting to see when she makes her return to the lineup with just a couple months left in this regular season. In the lineup for the Rivulettes tonight, number 15, Blair Matthews, making yet another appearance with the team, and the Rivulettes look to pull off a win here at home. Start the weekend off strong. We'll send things down in just a minute to arena announcer Kevin Warner as he gets us set for Hockey Night on Hamilton. Go Rivs! And folks, a reminder as always that tonight's broadcast is brought to you by our friends at Face Heating and Cooling, proudly servicing the Kitchener-Waterloo region in Wellington County. Call 519-230-FACE to reach a face you can trust. That's 519-230-3223.
Welcome to Cambridge at the Preston Memorial Auditorium for tonight's game between the Central York Panthers and the Cambridge Rivulettes. The officials for tonight's game are referees Ian Burt and Jen Nielsen, Anthony Carl Warner, and Owen Lerner. There will line up chanting for tonight's game. Just for Central York, number 4, Susan Fife. Please add your lineup number 87, Ella Foster. Not just for Cambridge, number 19, Lacey Rivers, and number 28, Sadie D'Angelo. Please add your lineup number 15, now introducing the starting lineup of the visiting Central York Panthers. On the fence, number 8, Mackenzie Moore. On the fence, number 35, Rachel Tucker. Up forward, number 16, William Paisley. Back forward, number 19, Anastasia Trifle. Back forward, number 97, Melissa Johnson. She's lining at number 30, Blair Rivers. And also Panthers head coach Steve Lexi, assistant coaches Mark Dubois, George Life, Cameron Anderson, and Monique Boychuk. Introducing the starting lineup for the Cambridge Rivulettes. On the fence, number 18, Aaron Bauer. On the fence, number 27, Avery Randall. At forward, number 5, Ellen Neal. At forward, number 16, Emerson Miller. At forward, number 26, Rachel Burt. And starting at number 31, Madison Mitchell. And the rest of the Rivulettes, head coach Jeff Howard, assistant coaches Rob Stewart, Kevin Tommy, and Jonathan Petro, athletic therapist, and the
Thank you, Kevin, as always, for those wonderful lineups. Folks, starting for the visiting Central York Panthers, on defense, number 8, Mackenzie Cody, and number 35, Rachel Telesnik. On forward for the Panthers, number 16, Lily Paisley, playing alongside number 19, Anastasia Trifon, and number 97, Elizabeth Janowski. In net for the Panthers, number 30, Claire Hicks. And starting for your Cambridge Rivulettes on defense, number 18, Marin Broderick, playing alongside her partner, number 27, Avery Randall. On forward for the Rivulettes, number 16, Emerson Miller, playing with number 5, Ellen Neal, and number 26, Rachel Burt. And in net for the Rivulettes, making her return in her first start in 2026, number 31, Addison Mitchell. Bit of a shake-up in the lines here tonight for the Rivulettes. Miller, Burt, and Neal getting a try together. Changes in the lineup, and we're off. We'll see how it pays off. Hillock and the Carswells staying together this evening, as they've been strong as of late. Broderick tripped up trying to exit the zone, and Mitchell will cover up for a quick face-off. Just 17 seconds into this first period. A sloppy first 17 seconds at that. Trifon, Cody, Janowski, Telesnik, Martone on for the Rivulettes. Pardon me, for the Panthers. Anyways, that puck bounces out front and a dangerous pass from Randall. Sent on net. Mitchell with another save. Addison Mitchell able to sprawl across the crease and keep this scoreless early on. Cambridge struggling to clear the zone on a clogged sideboard. Miller's got it in her feet. Burt able to kick it out of the zone. It's picked up by the Panthers. And it's Johnson. Shot on. Mitchell snags that one out of the air, makes a glove save. And we've got our second face-off in the first minute. In the first contest this year, if you remember, the Rivulettes took an early 3-goal lead and headed into the third period up 3-0. But then the Panthers mounted a huge third period comeback, tied it up with the Rivulettes. Able to find one in overtime off that goal from Rachel Burt and take home a huge 4-3 win on the road against a tough Central York Panthers team. Johnson with the face-off dot. She has it poked off her stick. Hillock will try the other side. It's picked up off the sideboards. Kim carrying it up out of the Rivulet zone for the first time. She'll flip it in. Maddie Kim racing for the puck down in the corner. Controlled behind the Panthers net. Nordanis has it breaking out of the zone. She looks across ice, finds Van Berkel. Van Berkel and shot off! A good save from Mitchell. She's able to cover up and get another face-off. Face-off won by Ava Strome, her first touch of the game. And the Rivulettes exit the zone. Styles cross ice for Sharon. Sharon in on the right side. She's got it down low in the corner. Styles there helping out. Has it knocked off her stick behind the net by Van Berkel. As a couple sticks get tangled. And Olivia Carrier able to just send it back in. Styles quick to the puck, but the Panthers come away with it. Micah Carswell on it down low. Strom out front, shot on. That hits the side of the net, and the Panthers able to clear the zone. Historian race for the puck. Her stick being batted as she heads up by Zoe Ordanis. And the Panthers down low. Shapiro on the puck. Her centering pass knocked away. And Hillock able to clear the zone. Carswell kicking it forward. Blair Matthews now onto the ice for the first time this evening. But in comes Shapira. In on Randall. takes it into the corner, unable to get a shot off. Matthews gets a stick on it. Mitchell able to cover up. And we've got another face-off. Miller off to a good start on the face-offs tonight as that one's headed all the way down the ice. Icing waved off. It's picked up by Cody. Up and out is Kiera Johnson. She flips it in as the rest of the Panthers head off for a line change. Randall looks cross ice. That one picked up by Janowski. 3-on-2. Broderick able to knock off that cross ice pass and flip it up and out of the zone. Tryfin will pick it up off the sideboards and chip it all the way down below the Rivulet goal line. Cam able to get there first. And the Rivs able to clear the zone, but it's sent right back in. Reed from the corner looks cross ice. That one hits Styles. Janowski from the slot. Shot off. She finds the back of the net. It's 1-0 Central York. An unfortunate bounce. Finds the stick of Janowski in the slot, and she makes no mistake up and over the shoulder of Addison Mitchell. It's 1-0 Central York Panthers. 4 minutes and 20 seconds into this game, it's been all Central York. Rivulettes struggling to get any sort of pressure early on here. Plenty of hockey to go. Styles plays it back behind the net. The Rivulettes look to break out. Sharon has her pass stepped in the way of. Sharon able to send it in deep. Lone forechecker for the Rivulettes as the rest head off for a break. Hillock quickly jumps into the action. From the Panthers, Martone in over the blue line. She's got one to beat. Kendra Story stepping away and turning things up ice. Has her stick held, and it's going to be a penalty coming to the Central York Panthers. Two-minute hooking call coming here to Annabella Van Berkel, and the Rivulettes going to head on their first power play of the night. Randall at the blue line. Finds Broderick. Broderick shot off. Hicks makes an elbow save and covers up. Carswell from the left side. Shot on, and Hicks will cover up. And we'll try another face-off. Hillock, Quinn Carswell, and Micah Carswell going forward for the Rivulettes. Randall and Broderick at the blue line. Minute 46 remaining in the Rivulettes' first power play. Face-off one cleanly. Randall catches a flutter ball. That one bounces. Carswell batting away at it, but Hicks able to cover up once again. Carswells have been hot as of late. And look to keep that going here. Broderick takes it to the point. Micah Carswell shot off. That one tipped just wide by Quinn. And the Panthers able to send it all the way down the ice, but a couple good chances for Cambridge early on this power play. Miller up over the red line. She makes a move, enters the zone, has Reed with her. Miller from the slot. Gets the shot off, but her stick gets lifted just in time. She's unable to get it off cleanly. Out front, Burt can't quite get a stick on it. Miller has it in the corner. Kim at the blue line. That one finds Reed. Back to Kim. Cross ice for Burt. Rachel Burt walking in. Shot through traffic. Hits the leg of Ellen Neal. Burt back to the blue line. Reed gives it right back. Burt walks in. Another shot off along the ice. That one bouncing, covered up by Hicks. Cambridge doing a good job getting shots on net here. 46 seconds remaining in the penalty to Van Berkel. The Rivulettes doing all they can to find a way to tie this up. Reed in on the pinch. Gets there in time, and Burt's got it down low. Rachel Burt walking around, shot off, and a stick save by Hicks. Burt had the corner pick, but Hicks just gets that stick in the way. Seconds remain in the Rivulettes power play. Central York leading 1-0 off the early goal from Janowski. Stiles gets stepped in the way of, but Sharon carries it into the zone. Stroman down low, she peels up, and Janowski will send it all the way down. That'll do it for the Rivulette power play. Story wins the race to the puck. Carrier has it taken away. Kept in by Clark for the time being. For Story will pick it up and chip it in from the red line. Johnson in over the blue line. Cross ice. Audrey Martone unable to handle it. Loose puck down low. Martone. Taken away by Ristori. That one's going to be chipped out of the zone by Strom. And the Rivulettes with a few seconds of reprieve here from that pressure. Martone unlucky to step on a stick there. And she was looking for the pass at the Rivulette blue line. But the Rivs look to change direction. Quinn Carswell flipping it in from the red line. That one gets held up. Randall sending it in from the point as Hicks plays it aside. Broderick flipping it in from center ice. And the Panthers able to clear it. Reed going to pick the puck up before it heads the length. Now come the Rivulettes. Matthews starting things forward as Neal chips it into the offensive zone. 11:15 remaining in this first period. Rivulettes trailing 1-0. Sent into the zone by Deckers. Neal able to clear the zone. Minor in a race for the puck. Miller gets a stick on it. Kim sends it back the other way. Quickly on to Sharon. And the Rivs move forward. Sharon entering the zone. Taken off her stick by Frasca. And the Rivs will have to regroup from the neutral zone. Janowski with the full-length pass. Finds Paisley. Paisley in on the right side. Her shot off, steered aside by Mitchell. Janowski back on it. There's Trifen camped out front. Paisley helping out down low. She'll pull it away. Strom able to knock it out of the slot. Paisley. Cross ice for Clark. Clark's shot on. Mitchell with the blocker save. Ristori unable to clear the zone. Mitchell standing strong. Sharon takes a slash, and it's kept in at the blue line by Frasca. Good pressure here from the Central York Panthers. Strom looks to clear the zone. She'll do just that. Broderick cross ice finds Micah Carswell. Carswell in. Into the middle of the ice. Just sliding under the stick of her sister Quinn. And the Panthers look to change momentum quickly. Once again, here comes Kira Johnson. As Lewington cutting out front. Shot off. That one's going to miss wide. And Mitchell slides, knocks the net off. As Ellie Lewington heads down behind the net. Appears to be okay, but we've got a face-off coming inside the Rivulet zone. I don't know about you guys, but I'm thankful for the warm weather outside today. It's made this arena a little more tolerable. Quinn Carswell carrying it up over the red line. She'll poke it in and head in for the chase. Micah down low. Tries to slide it out front between her legs. Micah loses that battle as Cody sends it out of the zone. Miller to the far side of the ice. No one there. It's picked up by Cody. The Rivs have it down low. Burt trying to kick it out front for Neal. Miller picks it up. Walking into the slot. Emerson Miller. Poking it forward, and Burt's got it in the corner. Telesnik on the takeaway, and Miller will take it right back. Burt looks cross ice. Doesn't quite make it to Neal before it's picked up by Ordanis. Van Berkel carrying it into the zone, trying to get in on goal. She runs into a wall. Minor at the ring out line. Shot off. That one's going to miss wide. A good physical game here in this first period. As Reed flicks that one high and out. Matthews can't quite handle it with speed. And back in comes Johnson. Johnson, pass carrier, shot off. Mitchell makes the glove save and covers up. First stoppage of play. Reminder as always that tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Face Heating and Cooling. Face you can trust. Story rims it around. That one doesn't exit the zone and it's sent back in on goal. Mitchell with the first save. Held by Shapiro. Out front, Johnson's shot off. High and wide. Strong skating it up the left side. It's pulled off her stick by Paisley and brought right back in. Strong pokes it forward for Strong. If Strong gets in, shot off. Hicks makes the glove save and covers up. Rivulet's able to finish their change and get a face-off inside the Central York zone. Broderick, Randall, Miller, and the Carswells on here for Cambridge. Janowski on the draw for Central York. Lone goal scorer so far this period. Micah down low. Out front. Shot off by Matthews. That one finds the stomach of Hicks. We'll try this again. Matthews on the draw. That one won back by Janowski. A bobbling puck. Quinn Carswell finds it and sends it towards goal. Broderick able to step in and keep it down below the Panther goal line. Frasca tries to clear the zone. With the Rivulettes not allowing them to do so. Carswell able to keep it down low. Matthews taken down from behind. And Janowski finally able to clear the zone as it's sent back in by Broderick, and the Rivulettes head off for a change. Micah Carswell staying on. As is Quinn. A couple players tangled up in the slot. Miller shot off, but not through. Reed carrying it in from the red line into the offensive zone. Cross ice for Miller. Miller can't quite find the toe drag as Kim able to get to the puck in time. Panthers back in position. Miller back for Kim. Kim on the backhand and a good glove save from Hicks. Hicks with a sensational first period here, keeping the Rivulettes scoreless through 15. The puck takes a wild bounce up over the stick of Addison Mitchell. She was out and out to play the puck. Forward to the Rivulettes. Burt, forward for Reed. Reed in all alone. Gets there. Gets taken down, heading towards goal, and the referee's arm goes up. There'll be a 2-minute hooking call coming here. Reed on a partial breakaway. Rachel Telesnik heading to the box for 2 minutes for hooking, and the Rivulettes on their second power play of the period. Good first power play tonight from the Rivulettes. Testing Hicks. They look to do the same. Ristori at the blue line. Cross ice for Carrier. Carrier on the one-timer. That one bounces off into the corner. Strong back for Ristori. She'll send it down into the corner. Styles on the right side. Has it poked away. Van Berkel able to carry it out of the zone. Plays it in deep. Abby Pack heading in on the forecheck as the rest of the Panthers head off for a change. The Rivulettes struggling to exit the zone. Van Berkel with a shot off. Up and over the net. Van Berkel on the left side. Makes one move. It's picked up by Hillock. She'll play it forward, and in comes Quinn Carswell. 1-on-3. Carswell makes one move. Trying to get to the center of the ice. She does so. That's about as far as she gets. It's picked up by Hillock down low. Micah Carswell fans on the shot. That one poked past Broderick, and out come the Panthers. Ordanis unable to do much more than send it cross ice with the Rivulettes. Struggling on this man advantage. Broderick up over the red line. She carries it in. Maren Broderick in. Shot off. Finds the back of the net. Maren Broderick ties it up 1-0. No-look shot. Broderick doing her best Patrick Mahomes impression. Finding the back of the net with 30 seconds left on the power play. The Rivulettes tied up 1-1. Cambridge taking advantage on the power play as they're going to head on their first penalty kill of the night. Maddie Kim getting called on the takedown. A holding call coming to the Cambridge defense. And the momentum stopping instantaneously. Reed, Carrier, Burton, Miller on for the Rivulettes. A big face-off win. Burt able to send it the rest of the way. Miller applying the pressure for Cambridge. She comes away with possession for a second. It's picked back up by Johnson. Burt on the stop. She'll flip it to length. And a collision at center ice. Referees saying the players just skated into one another. Right call in my mind. The Panthers start things forward. Johnson tries to make a move. Has it picked up by Neal. Neal, tenacious on the attack. And Hicks. Gonna cover up for a second, but the referee telling them to keep play alive. A minute remaining on the power play. The penalty to Maddie Kim. So that one heads the length, and as Broderick gets back to touch up, we've got a face-off coming all the way down to the Central York zone. Good start to this Rivulette penalty kill. Puck quickly picked up by Caitlin Clark. No, not the Iowa Hawkeyes sensation. should I say alumnus. Central York breaking out here. Paisley trying to carry it in. She gets held up. Janowski up over the blue line. In on Story. Gets her a forehand. Shot off. Tipped wide. Randall loses. Paisley back for Minor. Cross ice for Deckers. Down low. Finds Paisley. Shot off up over the net. And Ava Strom going to be getting called for a roughing penalty here. And she got a hand up on penalty down low. Hand up on Paisley, pardon me. Going to be a head contact penalty coming to Strom. Just 8 seconds remaining in the Rivulet penalty kill with Kim. Strom takes a penalty late in this period, 1:15 remaining. It's Lesnar. Cross ice. Shut off. Mitchell makes the blocker save and a late whack at the puck. A slash coming to the Central York Panthers. 2 minutes for slashing coming to Abby Pack. And the Rivulettes get away with one there. 4-on-4. Face off in the Central York zone as Quinn Carswell picks it up down low and takes it into the corner. Kept in by Reed. Picked up quickly by Van Berkel, and she'll carry it down. Van Berkel circles around with it. She'll take it in on the left side. Trying to get to the middle of the ice. Reed gets a stick on it. Danis can't do much. She'll give it away. Picked up at the blue line. Cross ice. Van Berkel on the left side. Makes one move. Walks to the middle of the ice. Van Berkel, turn forehand, shot off. Gonna miss wide. Kim gets taken down from behind. The referees keep their arms down. Physical play here from Van Berkel on Kim down low. The referee's letting them play. Reed on the takedown. 15 seconds remain. Hillick up for Kim. Kim with Carswell with her. Finds her. Quinn Carswell up over the blue line. She stops, looks cross ice, finds Carswell. Micah Carswell with a shot off, but Hicks with a glove save to keep this a tie game as we near the end of the period. And some extracurriculars going on here after the whistle. It's Annabella Van Berkel going to head to the penalty box, and the Rivulettes take a 4-on-3. Van Berkel's second penalty of the period. With 4 seconds remaining, a late chance here for the Rivulettes. Miller on the draw down low. Broderick and Randall behind her, Burt out front. Face off one. Broderick shot off. That one misses just wide, and that's going to do it for the first period here from the Preston Auditorium. As we head in tied 1-1 to the intermission. And folks, reminder as always that tonight's intermission is brought to you by Drains R Us Plumbing, serving homes and businesses across the Kitchener-Waterloo region and Wellington County with fast and reliable service. Call 519-654-0007 for all your plumbing needs. That's 519-654-0007. We'll see you in 12. Hello everybody and welcome back to the second period here from the Preston Memorial Auditorium. Folks, a reminder as always that tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Face Heating and Cooling, proudly servicing the Kitchener and Waterloo region in Wellington County. Call 519-230-FACE to reach a face you can trust. That's 519-230-3223. We head into this second period tied 1-1. Rivulettes taking a late 4-on-3 here. Those penalties to Pack and Van Berkel find the Panthers down a man. Ava Strom still serving the last 40 seconds of her penalty. Broderick tying things up for the Rivulettes. Elizabeth Janowski starting the scoring off as Reed looks cross ice for Burt. Kim, cross for Reed. Reed brings it back. And walks in. Burt shot off. That one tipped on, but Hicks pulls it out of midair and covers up for face-off. 15 seconds left in the 4-on-3 before a brief 5-on-3 for the Rivulettes. And then Cambridge will have a minute 5-on-4. Face-off won by Neal. The linesman getting in the way. But the Rivulettes have it at the blue line. Reed. Cross ice for Burt. Reed, cross for Kim. Kim on the one-timer! Hicks with the glove save, but it's pulled away by Minor. Miller quickly onto the ice, 5-on-3. But Hack exiting the box, and it's a 5-on-4 for the next minute. Reed bringing it out from behind her net, plays it up for Miller. Emerson Miller with room to skate. She'll take it in on the left side. Miller cutting in on net, slides across ice. That one under the stick of Micah Carswell, and the Panthers able to send it the length of the ice. One power play goal already for the Rivulettes. As Broderick picks it up, the goal scorer for Cambridge. Miller carries it in. Broderick has it taken away. That one's going to be sent down the ice. And as Paisley heads off for a change, Randall's going to be the first person back. Randall tries to play it up for Hillick. That pass just past her stick. Icing waved off. Quinn Carswell down low. She stops, brings it around. Micah camped out front. Quinn in the corner. Back for Carrier. Carrier gets it knocked off her stick, but Quinn takes it back down low. Quinn stops. Hillick camping out front. Micah from down low. We return to even strength. Johnson trying to play it into the middle of the ice. Almost sprung Lewington. As Micah gets muscled off the puck down on the end boards. Quinn knocked over as well. Carswell out front for Hillick. Hillick's shot tipped. And that one going to head the length of the ice. Lewington winning the race to the puck. Carrier. A reckless pass out front, but Martone fans on the shot and misses wide. Hillick forward for Strom. Batted out of midair by Briar Deckers, and offside called at the Rivulette blue line. Both teams escaping unscathed from those penalties late in the first period. 5-on-5 now. Tied 1-1 here from the Preston Memorial Auditorium. Shapiro in front, shot off. Lazarus shot blocked. Misses wide. It's picked up by Kim. Kim knocked off the puck. Shapiro comes away with it. Carrying it in is Minor. She gets held up at the blue line. Styles gonna ring it around the boards, but it's kept in by Deckers. Shapiro down low. Fighting with Kim. Styles able to get a stick on it. With the Rivulettes unable to clear the zone. Deckers walking in. Shot blocked by Kim out front. Kim going to send it up off the glass and out of the zone. Janowski going to chip it in the rest of the way. Reed first to get there for Cambridge. She hasn't taken off her stick. Strom and Miller getting their signals crossed. The Panthers are able to continue to keep the puck in down low. Paisley down low, out front. Burt picks up the loose puck. She'll carry it up the right side. Her pass blocked. Reed jumping in. Stickless. And Neal comes away with it down low. Miller trying to pull it out. Miller getting tangled up. Body's falling everywhere as Burt carries it over the blue line. Has Neal out front. Finds her. Neal can't quite hang on to the saucer pass from Rachel Burt. Neal back for Randall. That one batted out. Paisley picking up the loose puck. Randall able to get back in time. Paisley makes a move. Makes another move. Gets tripped up cutting across. And Rivulettes perhaps getting away with one there as Pack plays it cross ice. Back to the blue line. Shot off by Cody. Pack unable to get there cleanly. She takes Hillock down with her. Pack from down low and the net off down in the Rivulettes end. Referees letting the girls play tonight. Referees returning the stick to Reese Reed. Hillock on the draw. She'll win it back. Her story around the boards. That one touched by Cody. It's going to head the length. Carrier able to keep it under the blue line and play it down low for Micah. Micah from the corner. She'll play it back down behind the Panthers goal. Her story. Trying to chip it in, but it's picked off by Cody. Martone entering the zone. She'll win the race to the puck. Story able to get there as well. Quinn Carswell able to chip it out of the zone. Minor cross ice. Pulled off the boards by Lazarou. And Story will ring it around once again. Carswell tipping it out of the zone and all the way. Icing waved off. Both teams eager to take the lead here as it's brought in by Shapira. Shapira down in the corner, looks out front. Mitchell slides cross ice, makes a sprawling save, and covers up for a face-off. Paisley's shot tipped up over the net off the glass. Janowski has it down low now. That shot on. It's going to be tipped wide. And in comes Janowski. Janowski makes a move. Mitchell with the save. Clark sliding it in. That one tipped wide by Janowski. Kim down low. She'll play it up the right side. Strom able to bat it out of the zone. Clark's pass taken away by Reese Reed. And the Rivulettes look to send it deep. Lauren Stiles on the chip in. Matthews in on the forecheck. Hicks getting in the way. And out comes Cody. That pass just past the outstretched reach. Abby Pack's stick. Down Panther in the corner. It's Burt flips it up off the boards. Rachel Burt, 3-on-1 Rivulettes. Has Randall with her. Neal trailing. Burt in. Finds Randall. Randall slides across crease. the Panthers get away with one there, and back comes Van Berkel. In on Broderick. Toe drag shot off. Mitchell makes the chest save. And a face-off coming inside the Rivulet zone. A fantastic opportunity. A good find from Rachel Burt. Randall just can't quite find the back of the net. 12:07 remaining in the second period. Game still tied 1-1. Janowski and Broderick the goal scorers so far this evening. Who will be next? Burt, cross ice, has her pass taken away. It's kept in by Johnson. Good job by Johnson to hold the line. As Burt steps in the way. Miller clearing the zone. The story in over the blue line. Leaves it for Miller. Miller walking in. Shot off, rings one off the cross post. Up and out of play as Ristori gets taken down hard by the official. And she appears to be okay. Got up slowly. But a nice drop pass from Kendra Ristori and Miller. And a nifty little move, able to get the shot off. Just misses by inches. Hillock, face off one. Kim sends it along the ice. That one's going to head off into the corner. Sarah Hillock able to keep it in. Kim on the pinch. She keeps it down low. Quinn Carswell in the corner now. It's taken in hard. A bouncing puck. Hillock shot off. And puck cleared. Kim with a shot. That one tipped wide. Off the face mask of Ella Frasca. And Hillock has it on the sideboards. Hillock walking in. Shot! Finds the back of the net! Sarah Hillock takes a 2-1 lead! Sarah Hillock picks up the loose puck. Rips it past Hicks. She didn't see it. Cambridge goes up 2-1. There's 11 minutes left in this period. Cambridge with their first lead of the night. Off a perfectly placed wrist shot from Sarah Hillock. Van Berkel looking to tie it up. Van Berkel shot off. She finds the back of the net. It's 2-2 just like that. Annabella Van Berkel, you can never be too sure. Bounce back Panthers, they call them. Van Berkel, one of the rising stars in the OWHL. Breaks the hearts of Rivulettes fans here halfway through the game tonight. Story up over the middle of the ice. Plays it forward for Burt. That one's picked off by Cody and brought in. Cody walking in. Tries to slide it into the middle of the ice, but Ristori takes her in hard down low. Carrier and Cody getting into it down low. It's pulled out by Miller. Miller with one move. That puck poked across ice for Neal. Neal finds Miller entering the zone. Burt picks up the loose puck. Burt rips it up over the net, high and wide. Thinking she plays for the Baltimore Ravens, missing wide right. Out comes Janowski. Fast-paced game now as Reed plays it forward. Quinn Carswell in. Getting called. Icing is called on a delayed offside as Carswell just couldn't quite stay onside. Another good turnout here for Hockey Night on Hamilton. 22,464 in the building tonight. Final numbers coming in from management. That shot on Mitchell will cover up. People much more willing to leave their house on a nice night like this evening. Reed picks up the loose puck. She plays it out. And it's picked up quickly and sent back. Hillick flipping it in near the Rivulet bench. That one rung around the boards. It's picked up by Van Berkel. Broderick with the takeaway quickly. Michael Carswell carries it into the zone. Carswell taken down, heading towards goal. Finds Quinn. Back down for Micah. Carswell taking on 3 Panthers as Quinn jumps in. It's kept in by Broderick for the time being. That one will be sent out. And icing waved off quickly. And Mitchell out of her net to play the puck. Broderick flicks it up and out. Strong able to get a stick on it. It's carried in by Audrey Martone. Into the middle of the ice. That one poked forward by Ava Strom. Strom with 1 to beat it. 2-on-1. Strom and Sharon. In on Frasca. Strom. Shot off. And a good pad save from Claire Hicks. Panthers look to turn things up the other way. Martone going to chip it in deep in the Rivulet zone. Clark keeps it in at the blue line. She'll play it back down low. Martone in the corner. Sharon loosens the puck. Martone's pass picked off by Ristori. Ristori will send that in from the red line. And Rivulettes will head for a full change. Cody connects with Shapiro. She'll carry it into the zone. As Lazarou trailing with the Rivulettes. Take it away. That one sent down the ice. And it will head for icing. It's touched up by Rachel Telesnik. We'll have a face-off coming back in the Rivulet zone. 7:32 remaining in the second period. 2-2 here from the Preston Memorial Auditorium. And a reminder, as always, that tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Face Heating and Cooling. Face, a face you can trust. Reed's stick held as she tries to clear the zone. Van Berkel down low. Picked up by Matthews. And Miller tries to carry it out of the zone. It's taken away by Cody and sent right back in. Miller, a little lackadaisical exiting the zone. As Kim comes away with it in the corner. Looks to skate it out herself. She finds Emerson Miller. Miller up over the blue line. Kim crashing the net. Blair Matthews out front. And Kim has possession down low. Kim trying to get it out front. It'll be taken away by Shapira. And now comes Central York. Van Berkel in on the left side. Van Berkel down low. That one sent on net. Mitchell will cover up. And we've got another face-off. Face-off won by Central York. Paisley trying to get to her forehand. As it knocked off her stick. And Micah Carswell. Sarah Hillick able to keep it in. Tries to find Quinn. It's kept in by Randall. Finds Quinn Carswell. Randall from the net line. Shot off. A good blocker save by Hicks. Carswell's battling for it on the near boards. And Micah going to get called for a trip. As her stick just gets caught up in the skates of Ashley Miner, and the Rivulette's going to head on a 2-minute penalty kill. Micah Carswell heading to the box. 2 minutes for tripping. The Rivulettes gonna have to find a way to kill off the next 2 minutes, try and keep this a tie game. Sharon aggressive at the blue line on this penalty kill. That one flipped forward, but it's kept in. Pack circling. Loses it. It's picked up by Cody. She takes it towards goal. Her stick lifted. That one sent up and over the Panthers bench. A face-off coming inside the Rivulet zone. Unfortunate break there for Cambridge. but a line change nonetheless. Kim, Reed, Burt, and Miller onto the ice for Cambridge. Face-off won by Central York. That one left to go cross ice by Ordanis. Moving in the area, and the Rivulettes send it to length. Van Berkel camped up in the Rivulettes zone. Ordanis catches a bouncing puck, and she can't do much more than flip it in as Kim sends it back the other way. Rivulettes heading for a change. Cody forward. Van Berkel makes one move. She'll carry it in. Leaves it for Martone. Martone's pass blocked. Ava Strom stepping in the way. Halfway through the penalty to Micah Carswell. Martone. She's going to send a floater in down low. Kira Johnson able to beat Reed to the puck. Good burst of speed there from Johnson. As Lazarou has it down low. Randall fighting hard with Lazarou in the corner. Reed gets a stick on. No one able to get a stick on it. It's poked back down low by Janowski. Broderick able to clear the zone just barely. And Paisley will slow things down here for Central York. Fan puck. Carswell carries it up over the line. She steps on offside. Neal not able to get her foot back on in time. Have a face-off outside the Panthers zone. The U7 Air Rockets skating with the Rivulettes tonight. Pre-warm-up. They'll get a pizza party presented by our friends over at Domino's Pizza and take in all the action here from the Preston Auditorium. Thank you, Aaron, for coming out and spending your Friday night with us here in Preston. Burt cross ice, finds her Story. Story up with speed, plays it for Matthews. Matthews in over the blue line, finds her Story. She's knocked off the puck down low. Miller able to get a stick on it, but Van Berkel takes it away. It's a 2-on-1. Miller in a race to get back. Van Berkel in on Kim. Shut off! Mitchell. A chest save as Van Berkel whacks away Maddie Kim's stick. Story and Van Berkel getting tied up down low. Abby Pack stecking in. Bit of fire coming late in the second period. Going to keep an eye on that matchup as the game goes on. 2:48 remaining in the second period here. Tie game 2-2. Kim loses it down low. Reed unable to get there in time. Styles back in the corner. And Martone will send it around to the other side. Sharon stops, tries to take it back, and Styles picks up the loose puck as she gets taken down. Shot off, and that one's going to miss wide. Tone gives it away. Strom's able to carry it out of his own. Strom in over the blue line. Has Sharon with her. Strom taken down, entering the corner. The arms stay down. Sharon cross for Strom. Strom sends it back to the blue line for nobody. Lucky break for the Panthers as the Rivulettes are forced to reset. Maddie Kim catching a sticky puck. She'll play it off the back of the net. Quinn kicking it out. Micah Carswell in a race for the puck. Carswell gets there first. But Minor just out-muscles her. Micah Carswell getting caught up down low. Minor fighting. Hillock trying to pull away at it. It's pinned up down low, and Carswell will kick it to her stick. Hillock down low. Out front for Quinn. That one bounced off the side of the net. Lazarus going to carry it up over the red line. In on Broderick. She gets a stick on it. Randall on the assist. And Van Berkel's got it in the neutral zone. 1:20 remaining. It's a tie game as Quinn Carswell plays it forward and Micah gives chase. That one going to head the length. Randall in a race for the puck. She'll get there in time. And we've got Nysing coming back down to the offensive zone. Miller on the draw. She'll win it back. Ristori able to keep it in. Carries. Plays it in down low. Neal in the corner. Miller there with her. Minor fighting for the Panthers. And Shapiro gets to the puck. Ristori gets a quick shot off. That one misses just wide. Caught Hicks flat-footed. Carrier able to keep it in at the blue line. Carrier walking in. Shot on goal. That one tipped just wide by Miller. Burt down low. She gets taken down hard, and Miller's got it in the corner. Back down low for Burt. Burt trying to get it out front for Neal. Burt from below the net. Flips it out front. Hicks able to get a glove on it. Ristori from a sharp angle. Shot off. Neal out front. Finds the back of the net. Alan Neal takes a 3-2 lead for the Rivulettes. Neal picks up the loose puck on the rebound. Circles around. Slides it past Hicks. It's 3-2 Cambridge with 23 seconds left in the second period. Cambridge up one with 23 seconds left in the second frame. They'll look to close this thing out and take that one goal lead into the third period, but the Panthers known to strike back quick as Kim just takes it into the low corner. Central York looks hungry. Brought out by Trifin. That one cross ice. Strom trying to get there. It's kept in by Cody. 5 seconds remain. Janowski on the right side. She gets taken down and sent down low. And a late penalty coming here to the Rivulettes as time expires in the period. And Cambridge going to start the third period short-handed. As it looks like Jenna Sharon is going to get 2 minutes for interference in front of the Rivulette net. And they're going to start short in the third. A reminder, as always, that tonight's intermission is brought to you by Drains R Us Plumbing. Serving homes and businesses across the Kitchener-Waterloo region of Wellington County with fast and reliable service. Call 519-654-0007 for all your plumbing needs. That's 519-654-0007. We'll see you back here in 12, folks. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to third period action, folks, here from the Preston Auditorium. And as always, a reminder that tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Face Heating and Cooling, proudly servicing the Kitchener-Waterloo region in Wellington County. Call 519-230-FACE to reach a face you can trust. That's 519-230-3223. The Rivulettes take a 3-2 lead into this third period off the late goal from Ellen Neal, putting the Rivs up 1. Sarah Hillock also with a goal that period to take a 2-1 lead before Annabella Van Berkel capitalized just 12 seconds later, tying it up at 2 apiece. But then, yes, Ellen Neal takes the 3-2 lead. The Rivs also start this period on a 2-minute penalty kill. Jenna Sharon called 2 minutes for interference at the buzzer. And that's where we're at now. 20 minutes remain. Miller going to send it the length. Cambridge looking for their second win this season against the Central York Panthers. Lots of hockey left, and the Panthers have been buzzing when facing adversity. Cody walks in, leaves it for Van Berkel. She stops, tries to make a move, circles back. Back for Telesnik. Van Berkel down low, it's poked away. Kim doing a good job to shield the puck. Reed rips that one up off the glass. And it's out of play. Face-off coming inside the Rivulet zone. Face-off won by Miller. Carrier will send it to the other side. And Strom able to poke it out of the zone. Halfway through the penalty to Sharon now. As the Panthers set up and carry it forward. Decker's carrying it in over the blue line. As Paisley trailing, leaves it for. Cross for Minor. Minor shot along the ice. Mitchell with the toe save. Paisley going to keep the puck down low. Broderick's long stick knocks her off the puck. And that one's going to clear the zone. Aaron Broderick able to send it the length of the ice. Emerson Miller hustling in on the forecheck. Ashley Minor carrying it up over the blue line. Now to the zone. She'll play it forward. As it's picked up by Reed, and Trifen able to pinch it along the sideboards. Reed fending off 3 Panthers. Miller there to help. And Randall's going to send it up and out of the zone. That'll do it for the penalty kill. As the Rivulettes keep the 3-2 lead. Story going to send it the length. Hicks watches that one hit her toe. Icing waved off. Quinn Carswell loses it at the blue line, but it's chipped in by Ristori. Played forward. Shapira up over the Rivulet blue line. Cross ice. Tries to leave it for Lazarus. She can't handle it. And back out comes Ristori with room to skate. Story up over the red line as Carswell's with her. Story shot on. Hicks turns it aside. Story staying with it down low. She'll leave it for Micah. Quinn can't quite handle it. It's kept in by Ristori. That path's going to head the length from Lazarus. Kim will touch up for icing, and we've got a face-off coming back down to the Central York zone. 17:05 remaining in this third period from the Preston Memorial Auditorium. Folks, just the first of 2 games this weekend. We'll be with you Sunday as the Rivulettes head to Oakville to take on the Oakville Hornets. A 2:30 puck drop. Be sure to check out all the action here on Cambridge Rivulettes' official YouTube channel. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Rivs Nation, we're with you all year long. Randall able to get a stick on it. Sharon will poke it forward. Van Berkel going to flip it out. It's a 2-on-1 the other way. Randall hustling back to change that. Randall's stick knocked out of her hands and the arms stay down. Van Berkel getting away with a blatant slash there. Strome able to clear the zone, and Broderick will carry it up over the red line. Van Berkel up at the blue line. Carrier coming in. Van Berkel stopping and turning the other way. Shot on. Mitchell covers up. And we've got a face-off inside the Rivulet zone. Face-off inside the Rivulet zone. One back by Neal. As Burt leaves it and lets it head to length. Icing waved off. Good Neal in hard on the forecheck. Miller right there as well. Miller pulling it out of the corner. It's turned back around by Deckers. She'll play it forward. Carrier on the pinch. It's poked out by Johnson. Then in comes Martone. Martone with Johnson crashing. Martone's shot misses wide. Miller gets taken in hard, and that pass cross ice. Frasco with a shot off. Mitchell makes the glove save. She'll cover up. And we've got another face-off. Face-off coming to Mitchell's right. 15:32 remaining this third period. Rivulet's still leading 3-2 off the goal from Neal. Hillock with another face-off win. Cambridge has been good on the draw tonight. As Carswell able to chip it out of the zone. And Micah Carswell sends it in from the red line. Hillock's pressure down low creates a turnover. The Panthers get it back. Reed steps up. She gets taken in hard. Janowski in over the blue line. She skates into the boards. Styles pass blocked. Carswell kicks it to Shapiro. In the slot. Shapiro's shot off. That's going to be turned aside. Reed makes a move with the blue line. She's carrying it out. Looking to skate forward. She gets taken in hard on the sideboards. And the Rivulettes are going to head up on a power play. Reese redrawing the penalty near the timekeeper. A body checking penalty coming here. Demi Lazarou. And the Rivulet's going to head on another power play, their fifth of the game. Face-off won by Styles. The Strom stick gets held, and the Ribs are going to have to start from their own end. Randall starting from behind her own goal. Styles tied up the blue line. Ribs will try again. Sharon entering the zone. And not for long, as it's sent back down by Central York. Randall leaving it for Carrier. She heads off for a change. Van Berkel on the forecheck. That hits the ice. Story carrying the puck up over the middle of the ice. She makes a move into the blue line. Takes it down low into the corner. Has Burt at the blue line. Story back down for Miller. Miller tries to send it to the front. Neal plays it back to the blue line. That one's going to exit the zone. Story for Burt. Neal can't handle it at center ice. And Pack will send it in. 40 seconds remain in the Rivulet power play. Burt chipping it in from the blue line. Neal giving chase. Burt trying to pull it out of the scrum down low. She does so. But kicks it forward. Reed able to pinch. Miller down low for Burt. Burt out front. Neal can't get a stick. Miller! Shot on! Hicks with the glove save as she kicks the net off. And a face-off coming inside the Central York zone, but a fantastic opportunity for Emerson Miller as she finds the loose puck out front. 16 seconds remain in the penalty to Lazarou. Look on the face-off. Another face-off one. Reed has it at the blue line. Across for Quinn Carswell. Carswell walks in. Cross ice. Tries to find Kim. She can't do much but take it into the corner. Carswell from down low. Up for Quinn. Quinn gets the shot off. Quinn from down low. Out front. Micah shot off. A stick save from Hicks yet again. Second time this evening Hicks' stick has saved the day. And return to 5-on-5. 12:25 remaining in this third period. Cambridge up 3-2. Trying to find a fourth. Panthers win the face-off. That one will be sent down the ice. Randall in a race for the puck. And Randall hustling back, but icing is called. Probably for the best, as we've got a face-off coming down to the Central York end of the ice. A long shift here for Hillock and the Carswells. Randall steps in, keeps it down in the corner. Quinn Carswell drops back to the blue line. Carswell steps in the way. She'll carry it into the offensive zone. Leaves it for Micah. Micah takes a slash. And Telesnik able to clear the zone momentarily. Lauren Stiles down low now. Has it pulled off her stick by Van Berkel. And out come the Panthers. Van Berkel looking to go end-to-end. Plays it forward for Paisley. Carrier able to get a stick on that pass attempt. Rivulettes carry it out. Ristori up the sideboards. It's brought in by Sharon. Has Stiles out front. Sharon stops. Tries to find Strom. That one poked forward. It's a 1-on-1 the other way. Or Dennison on Carrier. Trying to get to her forehand, but Mitchell turns it away. Dennis walking around with it. Out for Shapiro. She gets a shot off. That one saved by Mitchell. Covered up. And we've got another face-off. Just shy of 11 minutes remaining in this third period. Cambridge leading 3-2. Broderick, Hillock, and Neal the goal scorers. Van Berkel walks out. Shot off and a good save for Mitchell. Van Berkel's second attempt. Blocked wide by Neal. Rachel Burt from the left side looks cross ice for Neal and finds her. Neal in over the blue line. Shot along the ice. That one turned up and out of play by Hicks. And the Rivulettes will quickly get a face off in the offensive zone. Miller on the draw. She wins it. Shot off from Neal. Hicks with a good shoulder save. Good play off the face-off there from Emerson Millers. Neal takes a one-timer and almost goes top corner. Miller on the draw. Neal fans on the one-timer this time. Nearly an identical play as Burt picks it up down low. Finds Neal. Neal trying to get it out front, but it's blocked and it'll be picked up by Kira Johnson. Out come the Panthers. Johnson up over the blue line. Over the red line and into the offensive zone. Her pass picked up by Reese Reed. Reed makes one move, and out come the Rivs. Neal up over the red line. She'll send it in, stop, and head off for a change. Smart play from Ella Neal. Newington plays it in over the blue line. Martone shot off. Mitchell makes no mistake and covers up. Halfway through the third period, Rivulettes still lead 3-2. Blair Matthews into the corner. She can't get there in time. Lazarou goes down, and the Rivulettes bring it out. Matthews up over the blue line. Sharon crashing the net. Matthews finds her. Strome in the slot, shut off, tip just wide. Strome back to Broderick. Broderick walking in. Wrist shot off. Hicks pulls it out of midair, makes no mistake. And we've got a face-off coming inside the Central York zone. Matthews and Sharon connecting on a 2-on-1. Ava Strome almost burying the rebound. But Claire Hicks keeping the Panthers in this game. Good goaltending battle tonight. Addison Mitchell and Claire Hicks. Janowski can't find it in her feet, and Ristori will send it back the length. Janowski in the neutral zone. Quinn Carswell finds it and gives it to Micah. Micah with one to beat. Minor steps in the way of Carswell's attempt. Ristori gets held. Hillick able to keep it in. Quinn Carswell at the ringette line. Just gives it up for Carrier, and she'll play it down into the corner. Micah out front. Hillick in the slot. Plays it back for Ristori. Ristori makes a move. Turns back and flips it into the corner for Micah. Micah tries to play it towards goal. It's taken away. And taken right back. Micah taken down by Minor. Carrier from the ringette line. Shot off. Hicks with a toe save. Panthers unable to clear the zone as Reed keeps it in at the blue line, and she'll flip it back down low. The Panthers finally able to send it down. That one's going to head the length as icing will be called. Maddie Kim touching up on the icing. Just under 8 minutes remaining. Rivulettes still leading 3-2. Hockey night on Hamilton, brought to you by Face Heating and Cooling. Face, the face you can trust. Face off one. Sharon shot off. Blocked wide. Sharon connecting on one, but Paisley steps in the way. As Reed pinches at the blue line. Keeps it in for a second before it's chipped out by the Panthers. And Maddie Kim back to pick up the puck. Full line change for Central York. And in comes Pack. Pack walks in. Cross ice. But Reed able to get a stick on it before Danis can get the shot off. Miller putting in work below the goal line. It's picked up by Van Berkel. She makes one move, then a second. But the Rivulettes clog the zone. Reed on the takeaway. Van Berkel again. To Lesnick bringing it in. She'll play it down low for Ordanis. She can't handle it. Cam in a race for the puck. Strong can't clear it. Pack from the face-off dot. Gets taken down. A loose puck out front. And Reed will pick it up. Reed trying to flip it up and out of the zone, but it's kept in by Telesnik. Strome flipping it up and out of the zone. Rivulettes swinging the danger zone. Van Berkel now back up over the blue line. Tries to play across ice. She takes down Ellen Neal. But the Rivulettes able to clear the zone. Johnson can't handle that pass attempt. Randall gives it away at the red line. Lewington in. Broderick able to poke the puck away. So that one heads cross crease. And bounces out for Caitlin Clark. Johnson on the right side. Randall keeping her to the outside. And Martone trying to send it back. That one's going to jump up over Fraser's stick. And the Rivulettes in the offensive zone. Blair Matthews in the corner. Sends that one on goal. Hicks turns it aside. Ristori catches the loose puck. Gets a shot off, but not through. And the Rivs able to keep it in. Quinn Carswell putting in work on the forecheck. Out comes Lazarou. In for Shapira. She sends that one towards goal. It's off the skates of Olivia Carrier. A loose puck. Van Berkel's shot. Fanned on. She misses it. Carswell able to clear the zone. And Micah Carswell in a race for the puck now entering the offensive zone. Carswell in. Stops. tries to cut to the middle of the ice, but has it stepped in the way of. Now come the Panthers. Van Berkel in on Kim. Van Berkel shot off. Mitchell makes the chest save, covers up. And we've got a face-off coming inside the Cambridge Rivulettes zone. 5:16 remaining. Rivulettes up 1. Minor. Cross ice. Decker's shot off. Mitchell turns it aside. Janowski down low. Triffin's pass. Flipped out front. Micah Carswell going to send it backwards as Kim fights down low, but Janowski comes away with it. Quinn Carswell trying to clear the zone. She'll do so, but Paisley able to step in the way and keep it at the red line. Reed brings it off the boards. That one's going to head the length of the ice. And icing going to be called. The Rivulettes not going to get the change they want. And a face-off coming inside the Rivulet zone with 4:42 remaining in a 1-goal game. Last reminder, folks, we'll see you Sunday in Oakville, 2:30 puck drop here on the Cambridge Rivulettes official YouTube channel. Then we're back Tuesday for another Tuesday game here at the Preston Auditorium, 7:30, I believe. Don't quote me on that. Be sure to check the website. Keep an eye on when the live is scheduled for. There's Triffin's shot blocked in the slot. Paisley unable to do much with it, and the Rivs clear the zone. That one going to head the length. Broderick touches up for icing, and a face-off coming down to the Central York zone. Correct, a 7:30 puck drop here in the second leg of the home and home against the Hornets. D'Angelo will make her return Tuesday night. Stone comes in to take the face off. Janowski wins it cleanly. Janowski going to send it all the way down the ice. Randall back to get the puck. Icing waved off. Sometimes speed kills and not in a good way. It's Randall with room to skate. Randall forward from the red line. That one given away, and Ordanis has it at the red line. She got Pack and Van Berkel with her. Randall plays it back behind the net. Broderick able to get there. She'll flip it out. That one's going to head all the way down for icing. And a face-off coming back down to the Rivulettes end. 3:42 remaining. 3-2 game. Yet another face-off win from Emerson Miller. And Broderick can't clear the zone. And Van Berkel's got it in the slot. Van Berkel shot off. Sharon getting a skate on it, tipping it wide. That one sent out by the Panthers. And the Rivulettes able to get a much-needed line change as Hicks out of her net to play the puck. Clock not working here. The timekeepers know it. Burt down low. Burt taken down from behind. Bit of a slew foot. Carrier blocks it, but it's picked up by Lewington, with Johnson crashing the net. Lewington takes it down low, and Stiles on the takeaway. Good defensive play from Kendra Story. Stiles chips it in from the red line. Neal fighting on the right side. Stiles on the takeaway. Stiles shot off. That'll be covered up by Hicks. just for the stoppage of play here. Maybe not. We've got the clock reset to 2:31. Thank you to a wonderful technical director, Matt Ford, for keeping things up to date. The voice of reason, always in the house. Hopefully the clock works here in the arena. 2:31 remaining. Stage is set. It's 3-2 Rivulettes. Look in the Carswell's on. Reed and Kim at defense. Ellie Lewington on the draw from Central York. And Lewington will win the faceoff. Hillock picks it up. She'll take it back down into the corner and keep it low. Carswell down low. Carswell keeping it. Taking it into the corner. That one's going to get chipped up. And out come the Panthers. Lewington up on the left side. Has Johnson cutting up over the blue line. Reed gets there in time. Hillock fighting on the end boards. She comes away with it. Just pinning it up to the boards now. And she's fought by Shapiro. Martone back to the blue line. Minor across for Deckers. Deckers shot tipped by Carswell up and out of play. 1:42 remaining in the third period. Rivulettes lead by 1. Timeout called by Central York for YouTube purposes. We'll mute it. .142 remaining. Rivulettes up by 1. Goalie pulled for Central York. A prevent defense for Cambridge and a good start as Stiles is able to win the faceoff and clear the zone. Paisley picks it up at the blue line. And for Janowski. Janowski shot off, rings one off the bar and out of play. A great opportunity from Janowski. She had half a net and hit the crossbar. Up and out of play. Cambridge trying to find a way to come away with 3 points tonight to start the weekend. Face off won by Miller. Broderick will ring it around the boards. Up off the glass. Burt picks it up at the red line. She'll send it on the empty net. Rachel Burt off the side of the net. Almost put the nail in the coffin, and a penalty coming here to the Central York Panthers as Burt goes down. A boarding penalty coming, and it could be a costly one for the Panthers. Briar Decker's going to head to the box. 2 minutes for boarding. Hicks back in, 5-on-4 for the time being. You got to think they'll pull her if they can clear the zone. Reed at the blue line. In for Kim. Kim down low. Miller holds it and takes it behind the net. Miller stops, circles back. She gets taken in from behind. Neal fighting in the scrum down low. Cody takes her down from behind. The referee's letting them play. Cody gonna clear the zone. Hicks out of the net. Neal back in defense. Kim picks up the loose puck. She can't quite flip it up. Kim gets taken into the boards hard. Telesnik's shot off. Neal gets in the way. It's prison rules here in Preston. Kim gets a stick on it. At the red line, empty net. Maddie Kim shot off. Picked up by Van Berkel up front. 28 seconds remain. Van Berkel with room to skate. She'll play it forward for Paisley. That's going to head the length. Reed back. Gets there in time. Rings it around the boards for Burt. Burt on the sideboards. Tries to clear the zone. It's kept in. Micah Carswell sends it. On net. Carswell finds the back of the net. The Rivulettes take a 4-2 lead with 10 seconds left. It's all but over here in Cambridge. Micah Carswell with a shot from 95 feet. Finds the back of the net. And the Rivulettes go up 2 with just under 11 seconds remaining here in Preston. And that's going to do it, folks. These next 11 seconds, anything but a formality. Hicks back in net. And face-off 1 as Tryfin tries to carry it in over the blue line. Kim steps in the way. That one's going to be cleared, and with 2 seconds remaining, Cambridge gonna win the second time against the Central York Panthers this year in a 1-goal game. Cambridge wins 4-2. And the Rivulettes will head to Oakville Sunday as they take on the Hornets. 2:30 p.m. We'll see you then. Thanks to our video production technician, Aaron Petro. Thank you to our technical director, Matt Ford. Thank you to all of you for watching. I'm Ben Davies. We'll see you Sunday. Go Rivulettes. We're going to the Firkin.